Hello, I'm coming on live to do your daily for today, for Friday. I believe we are talking about January 17th. So, today I'm going to speak to air signs. Air signs today is going to be the kind of day where you're hurrying up, finishing things, taking care of things, putting things away, finding a place for pretty much everything. I also feel like some of you may have company coming over, so you are doing a very, very thorough but quick cleanup. For some of you, there is definitely an appointment that you're trying to make. For some of you, it could be a dentist office. For some of you, it also could be picking someone up. There is going to be opportunities for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius today, to be able to do something different, something that maybe you haven't done in a while, you haven't tried in a while, or something that you've been wanting to do. Whatever that is, that's coming up very soon for you. I also feel like air signs, you've definitely got the qualities, you have the dynamics within you to make changes for somebody else. So somebody that you know, air signs, that may be kind of, I'm going to say, going through it. Somebody who's kind of just been down lately. Something's just not been right. You have what it takes to help to get that person up and out of that scenario. Don't allow somebody to feel sorry for themselves. Find a reason to make them understand that they are truly blessed. Okay? Fire signs. Fire signs today is like going to school, finishing up, or going to work, getting something finished, completing some type of task that was needed to be done. I also feel like there is something about education that has to do with fire signs today, as well as maybe an event that you're attending. This seems to be a black tie type of event for some of you. For some of you, there may be decisions in contracts. There may be decisions in reference to promotions or producing. So somebody may be offering you a job as a producer, or you may be writing something in reference to a show, sitcom, or something of that nature. But I also feel like some of you are very much into your own self with books and writing. So fire signs, I feel like a lot of energy is going to be about being into the creative side of you. Where relationships are concerned for fire signs today and over the weekend is going to speak about bringing somebody new in or accepting a new offer. So some of you will be going out on a first-time date coming up this weekend. I also feel like for some of you, you're still stuck in your old ways on your old person, which means you're going to keep doing the same old things. So I'm not going to spend a lot of energy on that one right now. Anything else for fire signs? Fire signs, be very careful. Somebody's hammering something. Be careful with that hammer, because I feel like something that you're going to hit is going to bounce that hammer and hit you back in the head. You don't want that to happen. So please use caution. Please stand back far enough and be careful how hard you're hitting that. Whatever that is, whoever that's for, please, I hope you watch this video. Also, too, fire signs, some of you may be taking a pet to a vet. And that seems like it's coming up for today. Also, there's going to be opportunity or options for you to extend something or get extensive coverage. So you may be purchasing pet coverage because there will be a surgery coming up for that particular pet. So have yourself covered. If you have the insurance, you'll save a heck of a lot of money. All right. Water signs. Water signs. There's going to be something going in and out, or somebody going in and out. Kind of like this doorway. So somebody's going to come in, somebody's going to go out, somebody's going to come back in, somebody's going to go back out. And that's what it feels like. There's definitely going to be somebody who can't make up their mind whether they want to stay or whether they want to go. Somebody else is going to also have a definition for you for something. So somebody's going to say something and you're going to be like, well, what does that mean? And they're going to give you a definition. If that makes sense to you, and if that happens to you, please let me know who that was for. Because it feels like there'll be other messages for that person. Yeah. Some of you, something to do with flowers or a flower shop. Or maybe you work in a florist. Either way, there's something about flowers around you, and these are yellow petals. So yellow petal flowers. I also feel like a lot of you are doing something with air purifiers. Something to do with getting different things out of your home. Now, I happen to have one of them as well. So I think that's a lot of the reason that I'm being promotive on this. And I'll show you mine. So that works very well. I feel like a lot of you water signs need to put this in your home. Some of you may have issues with mold or something in your walls that you're not aware of. Something where there was a previous leak and you thought it was taken care of, but it was only covered up on the outside with paint and whatever. But nobody got underneath of it where the insulation is, and that is all still no good. So those toxic things are coming through your wall. Have somebody check that out if you had a leak and a possible problem with that. Also see leaks around you guys, water signs. So it makes sense with water, right? But something about pipes. So make sure that you have enough heat on in certain areas where you live with the pipes. You don't want a pipe to crack or burst. I also feel like be careful turning water back on. If you put the pressure on too quickly or too hard, you could break a connection of a pipe as well. So be careful with that. Earth signs. Earth signs. Today is going to be quite the day for padding something up or cushioning something or softening a blow or making something not as difficult or trying to make it easier for somebody else. It's also a day where you're going to be a blessing for somebody. You're going to help somebody to understand the situation and the end result of something. So whatever that is, you're going to get somebody through a hard time. I also feel like some of you will be sitting in church with somebody coming up this weekend, possibly Saturday evening or Sunday. But I do feel like somebody will be sitting with earth signs, sitting in church, and this is going to bring a message to you that you weren't familiar or aware that you were going to have. It feels like there's going to be some beautiful music that's going to play over in your head over and over, either before or after church. But you're going to hear the same sounds, almost like an organ sound, over and over. And you're going to try to figure out where you heard it before. It will make sense to you. Somebody of the earth signs are going to be taking a walk in a cemetery. So I don't know what this is about or where you're going, who you're visiting, but I do see somebody walking around a cemetery. It also feels like you're looking at other graves as well, besides the person whom you went to see. It feels like you're just looking and curious about dates or the age of people, because some of you earth signs are worrying about your age or worrying about death itself. So for those of you who have this on your mind in an obsessive kind of way, it really feels like you're concerned or worried. And I don't feel like you have to worry about going anywhere anytime soon. There is somebody who's going to be able to take a stand or hold things on your back, or you're going to be able to be the support system again for somebody. It comes back to the beginning of helping somebody out. Where love relationships are concerned with earth signs, I feel like somebody's finally getting on the same page with you. Somebody is definitely wanting to communicate, but they're also going to be very expressive of how they feel. It may veer a little bit different than what you feel, but I think you'll be able to compromise and work something out. So if you're looking forward to getting back with somebody, working something out with somebody, and this could even be a friend or a family member who you had some words with, maybe told somebody to leave you the hell alone, maybe told somebody to stop getting in my business or whatever. But I feel like, that day maybe you just weren't feeling so good. And that day maybe you'd had enough of everything and everybody and you just needed some space. But you took it out on the wrong person. So I do feel like there's going to be something rectified. Something is going to be taken care of. Somebody's going to apologize. And everything's going to work out just fine. So in general, for today, being Friday, I do feel that there is something unexpected coming towards you. These psychic messages are going to be for, even those of you who may not be watching this video right now. This may get played and you'll watch it tomorrow, or you might catch it the next day. And this is for you. So just because you didn't catch it the day I posted it, doesn't mean that these messages won't come through for you, because we already know who's going to watch them, how many people are going to watch them, and our timing is perfect, trust me, because our timing comes from a higher power. So what I'm going to tell you is a message that's coming through for majority of you in general would be, take your pace slow. Even if it's driving, don't rush to get from point A to point B, because you may not make it to point B without some type of altercation or accident, fender bender, whatever. So no more rushing. Okay, even if you're late for something, no more rushing. You're late, that's it. Now, more in general, there is somebody who this is going to make sense for. And this is the person who has been writing and writing and writing, whether you're writing in a journal, a diary, whatever, whether you're writing somebody an actual note or a letter. But as you're expressing yourself in this note that you don't know if you're even going to ever give it, you don't know if you're even ever going to give it to somebody, but you're going to have it ready just in case. And you want to get something out of yourself, so you're writing something to express how you feel. This person feels, if this is you, this person is feeling very cheated in a lot of ways. Also feeling that you got a bad turn, meaning you didn't deserve what came to you. It also feels like you're wanting this person not only to know how they've hurt you, how they've discussed this with you, but you also want them to kind of get a payback. You want to see karma do its job. I don't feel like you'll see it right away, but it will come. For some of you, this is also a letter somebody may be writing to a father. This is a father who's been absent in somebody's life for quite some time. And I feel like you've gotten to the age now where you're not wanting to contact this father because you want money or you want an inheritance or anything like that. I feel like you're finally just getting so-called the balls to be able to reach out and just say, hey, you know what? I'm your daughter. I'm your son. And I'm just wondering why you left. I'm just wondering how you could just forget about me. I'm just wondering, don't you want to get to know me? I'm just wondering, did you think about me when you knew it was my birthday every single year and you didn't come or send a card? Somebody is definitely feeling a disconnect between a parent, and they're wanting things to be different. They're wanting to at least have communication at the very minimum, and they would love to have a friendship. It's kind of late to be the dad now, in a lot of ways. Not that that'll ever change, but in other words, you already grew up. What you could have gotten from your father a long time ago, you've already figured out another way to get there. But at the same time, somebody is definitely still wanting that answer as to why you left me behind, why you didn't man up and take care of me and my other siblings even, why you just turned your back, what happened. And it's not because you want to point the finger at them and judge them. You just want to know. You're just worrying because when you was that kid, you were worrying, did you do something that made your dad go away? And the answer is no. So whoever I'm talking to out there, your parent leaving, male or female, father, mother, whatever it is, feels more father, but if you're the one that's wondering what happened, had nothing to do with you. It was all about them and not being ready to handle responsibility. Their life alone was pretty messed up, and they didn't want to mess your life up anymore. They thought that it would be better if they left you alone, that you would be in better hands the way you were raised, and you were raised very well. You were raised with a lot of love. But what this parent missing doesn't get is that you, in fact, needed them more. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of things working out for you guys who are watching this video. There's a lot of new things coming your way. For a lot of you who lost faith or hope in something, don't worry, it's going to get better. All right? So stay tuned. Look for me today on my live. Again, my last blowout, okay, will be the $55 mini read. Can't beat that price. Remember, I'm not doing really any more reads at home for 30 minutes over the phone. Really not. Those who have already paid, I'm taking care of. But if you want a mini read, you can get it with me live. You'll see me today in just a little bit.